Let me ask you something honestly. If you were truly lazy, would you feel guilty for not working? No. Lazy people don't feel bad. But you do. You delay the task. You scroll instead. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. And then at night, you feel heavy. That's not laziness. That's internal conflict. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Procrastination is not a time problem. It's an emotional problem. You don't delay tasks because you don't have time. You delay tasks because the task makes you feel something uncomfortable. Overwhelm, self-doubt, fear of failure, fear of not doing it perfectly. So your brain does something clever. It avoids the task to avoid the emotion, and it replaces it with something easier. Scrolling, watching videos, cleaning your room, suddenly organizing files you ignored for months. It feels productive, but it's emotional escape. Your brain chooses short-term relief over long-term growth. And every time you escape, you train your brain to do it again. Now here's where it gets deeper. Procrastination often hides perfectionism. You don't start because you want it to be great. And if you start, you might prove to yourself that you're not as capable as you imagined. So it's safer not to begin, because unfinished work can still be perfect in your head. But the moment you start, it becomes real, and reality can be judged. That's why you delay, not because you're lazy, but because your identity feels at risk. Now think about this. Have you noticed how you can focus for hours on something that excites you? No procrastination, no resistance. Why? Because there's no emotional threat attached. The resistance you feel is proportional to the emotional weight of the task. The more it matters, the more you delay. That's the paradox. The tasks that can change your life are the ones your brain resists the most. So what do? First, stop calling yourself lazy. When you label yourself lazy, you attack your identity. And when identity feels attacked, the brain protects itself even more. Instead, ask this. What emotion am I trying to avoid right now? Be specific. Is it fear of failing? Fear of not being good enough? Overwhelm because the task feels too big? Name the emotion, because unnamed emotions control you. Named emotions weaken. Second, shrink the threat. Your brain panics when it sees a mountain, so don't show it the mountain. Show it one step, not finish the whole project. Just open the document. Not get in shape. Just put on workout clothes. Small action reduces emotional intensity. Momentum reduces fear. And once you start, something interesting happens. The resistance drops, because action creates clarity. Thinking increases anxiety. Action reduces it. Now here's the brutal part. Every time you procrastinate, you reinforce a version of yourself. A version that avoids discomfort. A version that delays growth. A version that breaks promises to itself. And every broken promise reduces self-trust. That's why procrastination feels heavy. It's not the unfinished task. It's the erosion of self-respect. But the opposite is also true. Every time you act despite resistance, even for 5 minutes, you build self-trust. You send your brain a new message. I do hard things. And identity shifts through repetition. So the real solution to procrastination is not motivation. It's emotional courage. The willingness to feel discomfort without escaping it. And here's the final question. What task have you been avoiding that you know would move your life forward? Not the urgent one, the important one. Open it today, not to finish it, just to begin. Because the battle is not about productivity. It's about who you are becoming every time you choose comfort over growth, or growth over comfort. Your move. Subscribe for more videos.